Room 313, checkout was never an option. The Sleepless Inn looked like it had been dead for 20 years. The lobby reeked of rotting wood, stale cigarettes, and something else. Something that crawled up your nose and nested in your brain like a parasite. Fluorescent bulbs flickered overhead, casting seizure light across water-stained walls. They buzzed like flies, feeding on corpses. Jason needed a room, any room. The storm outside was biblical, and his car had died 3 miles back on a road that didn't exist on any map. The desk clerk's smile was too wide, too many teeth. Eyes like black marbles pressed into dough.
Room 313.
He wheezed, sliding over a brass key green with age.
3rd floor, last door on the left.
His fingers were ice cold and wet.
Checkout is whenever you're ready.
The elevator shrieked as it climbed, cables snapping and grinding like breaking bones. Each floor that passed felt like descending deeper underground, even though the numbers climbed higher. The 3rd floor hallway stretched impossibly long, carpeted in something that squelched under Jason's boots. The air was thick enough to chew, wet earth, mold, and that sickly sweet stench of meat left in the sun for weeks. Behind the walls, voices whispered in harmony. Dozens of them, maybe hundreds, speaking in tongues that predated human language. Words that made his teeth ache and his vision blur. When he stopped walking, they stopped too. When he moved, they followed. Room 313's door hung open like a mouth. A breath of pure decay rolled out. Flowers rotting in their own vase water, rusted metal, bleeding orange tears, and copper so thick it coated his tongue. The room looked normal. If you ignored the way the shadows moved when you weren't looking directly at them. If you ignored how the wallpaper seemed to pulse like exposed veins. If you ignored the wet handprints on the inside of the windows. Handprints with too many fingers. The bed was unmade. Sheets still warm and twisted into the shape of a body that had just rolled out. Jason's reflection in the mirror looked wrong. Older. Hungrier. Then he heard it. Scratching from inside the closet. Fingernails or claws, raking wood in a rhythm like Morse code. SOS, SOS. He reached for the handle with a hand that didn't feel like his own. The scratching stopped. A voice slithered through the keyhole, wet, broken, speaking with the tongues of everyone who'd ever died in this room.
Why did you come here, Jason?
How did it know his name?
We've been waiting for you.
The door to 313 slammed shut behind him. The lock turned with a sound like snapping vertebrae. The whispers in the walls became screams. And Jason understood, as darkness poured from every crack and corner, that checkout had never been an option.